Today's poll question is brought to you by the Aquasonic Wave. The jewelry you're wearing right now is 3 times as dirty as a public restroom. Clean your jewelry at home with the Aquasonic Wave and kill 99.9% of those germs. Grace uses the Aquasonic Waves, and so does the mailroom manager. Go to aquasonichowie.com. That's aquasonichowie.com. And this week you'll get $10 off. Steve, what is the poll question? What are the results thus far?
Is Donald Trump going to break his promise to deport illegal immigrants?
I hope not, but I think he is.
Really?
Yes.
Already? You think he is? Why?
I get a bad feeling when I read a headline that Durbin says he's pleased after talking to Trump. That is a very bad sign. Dick Durbin.
73% say no, he's not going to break his promise.
I noticed, though, it dropped 8% in an hour, though, as people think about it a little more. What should Obama do on his farewell tour? A couple of texters say he should go to Austria and make his farewell address in Austrian. Remember that? He said that they speak Austrian in Austria. And then he also said that they speak Arabic in Afghanistan.
I think he should visit all those counties that voted for him twice and then voted for Donald Trump to confront those racists.
I think he should go visit Nicola. That's the guy who made the video that they blamed for Benghazi, and then which had been seen by like 16 people on YouTube when it happened. But they blamed him, and then they locked him up for violating his probation or something. He could visit him at the halfway house. You think Nicola's going to get a pardon? Oh, that's right. He's not a gangbanger. He doesn't live in the inner city, so he's not going to get a pardon. He could go to the Crimea and speak Russian there, because it's now Russian property again. He could, what he could do? He could personally visit every family in the United States of America that saved $2,500 on their insurance policies when Obama came in.
You think he's got enough time?
I think he does. I think he could do it like that. What he also should? They ought to rent a stadium, and he can speak to all the people that are happy that they've lost their bad apple insurance policies, that had low deductibles and low copays, and that they could afford to buy. Bob, you're next with Howie Carr. Where should Obama go on his farewell tour next month?
Actually, his procession should go by every junkyard where they purposely destroyed perfectly good used cars for the Cash for Clunkers program.
Yeah.
And cost the taxpayers somewhere around $28,000 per car.
Right, and then all of a sudden, kids getting their first license, they couldn't get a car for $2,000, $3,000 anymore because there weren't any left. Right. So exactly. That was a brilliant piece of economic strategy that they came up with.
And then in the whole Cash for Clunkers program never said American cars only, was for any car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good one, Bob. Cash for Clunkers. There's so many wonderful things that he's done here. He could go by ABC studio and news studios, quote unquote news studios, and drop off a box of Kleenex for Martha Raddatz in case she gets the vapors again and starts crying and weeping.
He could go to the Animas River and say hello to the Navajo people.
That's right, the Animas River.
And he could also stop in and see how the Little Sisters of the Poor are doing and thank them for their charity work.
That's right. You know what? I think he should start early with the Little Sisters of the Poor. Don't wait for January. Go to the soup kitchen on Christmas Day and help them dish out the food. I think he should go to Ferguson, Missouri, and visit the site where the Gentle Giant was so unjustly gunned down by that racist white cop who was trying to save his own life.
On that same theme, I think there's a CVS in Baltimore he could visit.
Oh, that's right. Have they rebuilt it yet? Kevin, you're next with Howie Carr. Where should Obama go on his farewell tour?
I think he should go and visit Chris Matthews, and the two of them can make out on TV.
Oh, you're right. As long as he's providing Kleenex for Martha Raddatz, he should bring some Ben Gay with him, and he could massage. He could massage Chris's leg where he's getting the tingle up it.
Terrible image.
You get to be Chris Matthews is like 75 years old, isn't he? You get a tingle up your leg, it could be a stroke or a heart attack.
Hey,
you got to take precautions at that age. Go ahead.
Of course. But, I could not watch CNN, MSNBC, any of those shows prior to the election.
Yeah.
Now I can't take my eyes off of them. To see these people twisting themselves like pretzels to just denigrate what's happened,
Oh, it is.
Excuses. It really is comical. I can even watch Rachel now just to see the how obnoxious she is and how she just twists things around. But, they're talking about Trump and all his theater. I don't remember him having columns like Caligula did and standing and telling people the tides will stop rising and the planet will now heal itself. You talk about theater.
Yeah.
Nobody was better at it than.
Can you imagine if Trump went out there and said, "Now that I'm elected, that the sea levels are going to stop rising"? I mean, he would be mocked for the next 4 years, solid. I'm Howie Carr.